A man put all his strength into it and finally reached the top of the dangerous mountain, successfully plucking the life-saving herb. But as soon as he tried to climb back up, the rope he was tied to came loose from its root. Sensing the imminent danger, he immediately clung tightly to the rock. However, the force of the fall was so strong that he almost plunged into the abyss. To lighten himself, he untied the rope from his body. Now, the biggest problem was how to climb back up. His strength was gradually fading, so he called out for help to his companion standing above. But Suzanne had no better solution either. Then, she took off all her clothes and tied them together to form a long rope, throwing it down for Robinson to grab. But the trouble was, the makeshift rope was still a little too short. Seeing this, Suzanne took a deep breath and then threw down her last remaining piece of clothing as well. This time, Robinson grabbed hold tightly and slowly began climbing up, but every step had to be taken cautiously. If the fabric tore, he would fall straight down. After much struggle, he finally managed to climb up. However, as soon as he lifted his head, Suzanne, standing there without clothes, immediately stopped him. Having lived alone on a deserted island for 10 years, Robinson observed the situation with a calm mind. Without any haste, he picked up the clothes and threw them towards Suzanne, then quietly sat to the side. However, his eyes kept glancing toward her involuntarily. After that, the two rushed toward their treehouse, but as soon as they arrived, they realized their companion, Friday, was missing. Just as they climbed onto the roof of their home, an arrow whizzed past Suzanne. Before they could grasp the situation, Friday fired another arrow at them. Robinson quickly activated the security system, saving them from the attack. Then, he took Suzanne and ran toward a safe spot. Although they had escaped danger for now, they needed a plan. That's when Robinson got an idea. He took a hollow needle, tied feathers to it, and coated the tip with poison. Then he placed it inside a bamboo tube, creating a simple yet deadly weapon. Meanwhile, Suzanne cut some medicinal herbs and began boiling them to create an antidote for the poison. As she worked, Robinson noticed a wound on her hand and carefully bandaged it. Suzanne looked at him differently this time, but before anything else could be said between them, Friday reached them once again. He drew his bowstring and aimed straight at their home. The arrow triggered a trap, and Robinson found himself locked inside a cage. Now, he was completely trapped. Blinded by rage, Friday prepared to shoot again. At the last moment, Suzanne intervened. Meanwhile, Robinson tried to free himself. He reminded Friday of their old days together. For a moment, Friday seemed calm, but then he suddenly became even angrier and pushed Robinson against a tree. He picked up a heavy stone, ready to crush Robinson, but just then, the poison took effect. Friday started hallucinating and saw Robinson as his father. He put the stone down and walked away. Afterward, Robinson and Suzanne worked together to prepare the antidote. Robinson then decided to use himself as bait to lure Friday out, but Suzanne opposed this as it was too dangerous. Finally, she came up with her own trick. She pulled out her gun, pointed it at Robinson, and shouted that she would kill him. Hearing this, Friday immediately came forward, claiming that only he had the right to kill Robinson. Just as he was about to act, Suzanne fired a shot. The loud bang caused Friday to hallucinate again. Seizing the opportunity, Robinson blew the poison dart, making Friday collapse unconscious. They quickly lifted him and administered the antidote. Suzanne looked at Robinson, realizing that she had started to care for him deeply, but when she found out that Robinson's heart already belonged to someone else, she concealed her feelings and quietly walked away. A while later, Friday opened his eyes, but he had completely forgotten his past.